Stretching before you now lies a gigantic cavern. Its walls of cracked and stained obsidian rise to a high-arched roof, where 12 stalactites of glowing lime green stone form a circle. On the floor directly below this circle are the shattered remains of a crystal dais, its broken fragments glimmering in the cavern's eerie, icy gloom. The gloomy caverns looks chillingly familiar, and one suddenly recognizes derelict features, a sense of fear and loathing pervades your mind. It was here you first encountered the demoness Shamath, with her army of attendants and dread automatons. You shudder when you recall how you seized the evil Death Staff from this place, escaped from here by way of a shadow gate, and later thwarted Shamath's attempt to resurrect Dark Lord Vashna from the depths of the Moken Gorge. The chamber's cracked and crumbling walls seem to reaffirm your past victory over the demoness, for you can detect no trace of the Shadowgate, nor of the supernatural creature who previously dwelt in this once splendid chamber. Cautiously, you step out of the transporter beam and enter the cavern. The shattered remnants of the crystal dais crunch underfoot as you make your way across the floor towards a tunnel, which gradually descends for more than a mile before reaching a circular cavern. The mouths of several smaller tunnels meet at this chamber, and all of these entrances are dark, save for one which radiates an icy blue luminescence. Before approaching any closer, you retrieve the Tome of Darkness from your backpack and consult its pages. The page that revealed to you information about the realm of Huansor is now featureless, as always, but the one which follows it has transformed. It has taken on the appearance of a thin sheet of ice. Sandwiched within its transparent layers are lines of blood-red writing interposed with intricate diagrams and astrological charts. Relying once more upon your magnified disciplines of penmanship, you are able to decipher much of this sorcerer's text. The writings confirm some of what you already know, and they also provide you with fresh information that may aid your quest. You have entered the realm of the demoness Shamath, the mistress of the Gate of Darkness. The tome does not tell of her defeat by your hand, but you assume that this is because it was written long before your recent victory over her and her minions. Speaking as if she was still in control here, it says that she rules this domain from her throne of power, which stands beside the Pool of Sorrows. You pass over a long list of unspeakable cruel deeds which earned her the right to rule this icy realm, and the revelation of her secret name, Nekasha, until you discover that which interests you most, details on how to escape from this realm. You swallow hard when you read that all those who would seek to leave the realm of Shamath must first spill their own blood into the Pool of Sorrows. You close the tome and stow it away into your backpack, and then stealthily you approach the tunnel entrance, which is radiating a pale azure light. When you halt
Yes.
When you halt upon its threshold and peer through its embellished archway, you witness a scene which both shocks and confounds you. Beyond the archway you see a vaulted cavern ringed by pillars of ice. A huge marble throne and a table of carved marble stands before two massive black gates, which gleams like polished jet. Located behind the throne and within arm's length of the grand gate, you glimpse of well-like pools that flush into the frosted cavern floor. The surface of this well is seething and swirling, as if its black waters were about to bubble and boil over. The sight of this wondrous cavern is a stunning spectacle, yet it pales in comparison to the visage of the creature which is occupying the massive marble throne. Icy fingers of fear grip your heart when you see the huge dread form of the demoness Shamath seated upon the marble throne. She is slumped forward over the adjacent table, her face buried in her crossed arms as if she is asleep. The few remaining parts of her body which are visible appears to be sheathed in sections of shiny black armor. You note that it is the same armor she wore when you defeated her 5 years ago. Suddenly the sound of approaching footsteps echoes from one of the nearby tunnels. Anxious to avoid the risk of a confrontation, you slip into Shamath's chamber and take cover behind one of the icy pillars that encircle the walls. Moments later you see two robed figures glide into the chamber. They are carrying between them a large vial of golden fluid, which rests upon a pillar of purple silk. As you pass close by your hiding place, you hastily call upon your Kai skill to mask your physical and mental presence. In unison, the robed figures levitate several paces from the floor, so they are able to rest the pillar and file upon the surface of the great marble table. Then silently they lower themselves back to the ground, where they wait patiently for the demoness to stir from her slumber. After several minutes, she raises her head, and you are shocked to see that her womanly face is hideously scarred and disfigured. And there's a picture.
Okay.
Yes, she's turned into a gigantic demonic Two-Face now, apparently.
Jesus.
Let's see. Wonder if it was a punishment or something we did. But yeah. Yeah, too bad, but you're on the evil team, so... Okay, I still feel a little pity for her.
Ah, my lieutenant, she says, yawning and stretching her arms wide. I see your work is complete. By now I hunger for revenge upon Avave. I trust your elixir will make her pay for the torment she has wrought me. All is ready, Supreme Mistress, replied the robe once sycophantically. Clearly the answer pleases the demoness. Her ruined face twists into the semblance of a smile as she picks up the vial and examines it closely. The glass bottle looks especially fragile and tiny as she holds it between her gigantic index finger and thumb. Excellent, she murmurs. Soon she shall pay for what she did to me. The demoness Shamath rises from the throne and turns towards the seething pool of black fluid, which is set into the floor close by. The shimmering waters grow calm, and you see her scarred reflection in the pool. When the fluid seethes afresh and her image swells and changes. When it reforms, you see, to your horror, that the reflection is no longer that of the demoness. The face staring back from the surface of the pool is yours. Aye! Howled Shamath. It is Lone Wolf! The Kai Lord is here! The unexpected sight of your face in the pool fills Shamath with a blind rage. In her fury, she expels her mass of psychic energy from which, using your Magna discipline of divination, you are able to extract scores of vivid images. They are Shamath's memories of what befell her after she failed to resurrect Dark Lord Vashna from the depths of the Moken Gorge. From the collage of images, you deduce that your destruction of the Shadowgate of Moken Gorge forced Shamath to return to the plane of darkness. As punishment for her failure to complete her mission, Nor imprisoned her and commanded Shamath's hated rival, Avave the Tormentress, to ruin her evil beauty. Satisfied that the demoness had paid for her failure, Nor allowed her to return to a realm where ever since she had been goaded and tormented by her malicious rival. The appearance of your face in the pool has brought back these haunting memories. It has also alerted Shamath to your presence in her throne room. As her rage subsides, you sense that she is communicating telepathically with her two lieutenants. Suddenly all three turn to stare at the pillar behind which you are hiding, and your sixth sense tells you that they are preparing to launch a combined psychic attack. Do you wish to use Kite Search?
Yep.
Yes.
Before the demoness and her lieutenants of dark can focus their attacks, you use your improved Kite discipline to launch a hasty psychic assault on all three beings simultaneously. Your rapid bolts of psychic power penetrate the defenses and short circuits the mind with devastating effect. The lieutenants of night fall screaming to the floor, where they writhe in agony like wounded snakes. The demoness reels and totters backwards, slumps down heavily upon her throne, and then grips her disfigured head with both hands as she struggles in vain to regain control of her mind. Seizing your advantage, you unsheath your weapon and rush forward. With two swift and deadly blows, you dispatch the lieutenants in passing, and then rush towards Shamath's gigantic throne. Through the red haze of the agony that fills her head, the demon sees your approach. Immediately she slams her right hand down upon the arm of the throne, to where a glowing opal is set into the stone. Ginekasha! You scream, giving voice to her secret name. And she freezes as still as a stone statue, but not before her clenched fist has struck the glowing gem. Suddenly you hear a terrible sound. It is the screams and cries of Shamath's vengeful legions. With dread, you glance over your shoulder and look to the source of the cacophony. Did somebody say something?
No?
No, I had a short case of the hiccups, but that's it.
Ah, okay. That's what I heard. The chamber of tunnels beyond the archway of the throne room. What you see there sends an icy cold shiver of fear coursing down your spine. Pouring from the mouth of every tunnel that converges upon the antechamber outside Shamath's throne room is a howling host of robed and skeletal creatures. The skeletal beings are armed with short swords, and they march slowly with stiff machine-like movements, while the robed creatures shriek, howl, and move like demons. They streak ahead of their lumbering skeletal comrades, and as they burst into the throne room, you see that they are armed with gleaming silver crossbows. Fearful of being struck by a bolt fired from one of these formidable weapons, you dash to take cover behind Shamath's great marble table. Do you wish to use telekinesis?
Yes.
As you draw level with the great table, your eyes is caught by the vial of potion lying upon its pillar of purple silk. Your discipline of telekinesis reveals to you that this golden fluid, while deadly and corrosive to creatures of evil, has many properties that are beneficial to creatures of good. Such a potion could prove useful for healing wounds or restoring lost energy. Do you wish to attempt to take it?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
You take a running leap at the table and grab the vial from the pillow. Then, as your feet return to the ground, you stagger forward and throw yourself behind Shama's great throne of power. Crouching here, with running cold in your veins, you listen to the hiss of the first crossbow bolts and the screams of the approaching horde. Then you notice the waters of the strange pool which lies no more than a dozen yards away from the throne. Beyond this pool, you see the pair of huge black gates which dominates the far wall of the chamber, and suddenly you recall the text which appeared in the Tome of Darkness. This is the Pool of Sorrows, and beyond it lies the Gates of Darkness, an exit from this cruel domain. Your feelings of excitement at having discovered a way to escape the approaching horde are tempered when you further recall that you must spill your own blood into the pool if you are to leave this realm successfully. With little hesitation, you stab a finger against the point of your belt buckle and draw a few droplets of blood. Then you spring to your feet and rush towards the pool. As you come to within a few yards, you flick your finger and a stunning transformation takes place the instant your blood hits the pool's swirling surface. You may now, by the way, you may add Shama's potion to your backpack.
And what exactly does it do?
Help?
Oh, I just wrote restores energy, but that's not so specific, but yeah.
No, it isn't very specific, I agree. As your blood mingles with the fluids of the pool, the great shining gates that fill the far wall of his chamber suddenly vanish to reveal an awesome vista. Beyond where these gates once stood now lies an expanse of deep space, an infinite darkness, a void speckled with distant stars and the wispy trails of passing comets. The thought of stepping into the vast perspective of this void fills you with fear, but you choke back your doubts and anxieties, for you know that it is the only certain way that you can escape from Shama's domain. With a prayer to kind issue on your lips, you sprint towards the void, but you are forced to dodge and weave as you run in order to avoid being hit by the hail of missiles that come whistling towards your back. Guinea, roll with die. Add 3 for having Major Magic, 2 for having Assimilance, and 1 for having Grand Hunt Mastery.
So 6 in all.
Yep.
Okay then, 16.
Successfully, your kind speed and agility keeps you safe from the hissing crossbow bolts. When you come to within a few yards of the open gates, you leap into the air and sail feet first into the darkness of the void. As you pass into the void, a sensation of unimaginable speed assaults your senses. You fly through the stellar darkness and a universe unfolds before you, like a million gems strewn upon an endless sea of black velvet. Your physical body is sheathed within a casing of pale white light, and you sense that it is a protective shell generated by your platinum amulet to protect you from the icy chill and airlessness of this astral starscape. You surrender yourself to the invisible currents that ebb and flow through the void, and as you glide across the immeasurable snow space, once more you can solve the Tome of Darkness. The transparent page that revealed information about Shama's realm is now blank, but the one which follows has changed in color and texture. Lines of glowing text have appeared on a page that is as dark as deep space. Again, using your Magna Chi discipline of Papmanship, you're able to... Why can't it just say you use Papmanship? Why does it have to be Magna Chi discipline of Papmanship? I think we know what it is if you spell it with a capital P. You're able to decipher much of the text, and you discover that it tells of Avave the Tormentress. It reveals that this void, which is her domain, is called the Oblivion of the Tortured Souls.
Huh.
You know, when I named these places, they were just not giving any fucks at all.
No.
You ignore the list of her cruel and evil deeds and search out her secret name. Unfortunately, you discover that there is no name to bind her. However, you do learn that no special artifact is required to leave her realm, and there are 2 exits. The Gates of Darkness, by which you entered, and the Bridge of the Damned. Having no desire to return to Shama's domain, you put away the tome and resolve instead to find the Bridge of the Damned. Yet as you stare across the infinite distance of this void, it is hard to dispel your fears that you may end your days lost here forever. Do you wish to use Shama's potion?
Yeah.
No.
Your Kai's sixth sense detects that Shama's potion has properties that can heal your body and restore lost energy. You can drink the entire potion to instantly restore all your endurance. No, it's not to use, apparently it's just to get info on how it works. I don't know why they decided to do it like this. Or you can drink it twice to restore 5 endurance per sip.
How much endurance do we have left?
Let me have a look.
You don't have to use it yet, it's just the rules for how it works.
Yeah.
We can always bring it up later if needed, but currently we have 44 endurance.
You know what? That's enough. Let's save it for when we're facing Nor or something equal, or something else that's really dangerous.
True, true.
Yeah.